What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, I told you I would talk about this. I would talk about how we can burn off so much of this supply in such a short period of time. And while people questioned me and said, look, we're not going to see the volume doesn't dictate anything. And, whether we see, 1 billion in volume or we see 100 million in volume, we're not going to be able to burn off enough. It's going to take forever to burn off this much. You're getting all of these conversation, all of these things that are happening, different creators that are out there saying this is not going to happen. It's not going to happen that quick. And we're not going to see the volume that you think we're going to see. And it's funny that I mentioned that we're going to get to a $3 billion in volume while the burn tax is here. And before the burn tax even starts, we get to a $3 billion day in volume. So I feel like I have to be that person to say I told you so, that we're going to be able to burn off so much that we're going to have that high volume. Now, depending on if the CEXs all decide to burn the 1.2%, we don't know. That's still in speculation. We have the on-chain, transactions that are going to be happening. I believe are going to be happening on schedule. Um, but when it comes to CEXs, we're not 100% sure. However, the volume is right where I said it was going to be. The market cap is a little bit higher than what I thought it was going to be. I'm just happy that we're seeing this volume, push more towards the buy side, seeing probably 80 to 90% buys versus 10% sells within the day. And yeah, I'm just super excited about it. So anyways, guys, if you could hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, we're on the road to 10,000 followers, also on the road to 200,000 subscribers on this channel. I mean, that's just phenomenal, right? To know where I came from and see where I am now, I'm just so happy. So anybody that supported me, thank you so much. I'm glad that I can give back to some of the subscribers and members that have, joined up in, whether the past few months or the past few years. So thank you guys for being a part of it. Also, if you guys want to follow my Patreon, feel free to check that link out in the description. But it's very exciting to see certain things within Terra Luna Classic. First thing is that we're ranked 26th, ranked in the top 50, on Coin Market Cap. We were in the top 25. It was 24th at one point, but the top 50 is still big because we should have been up here. But we were being suppressed by Coin Market Cap, by CoinGecko, by all these places, and now you're not seeing a warning symbol up here. And I don't know if it was me because I created a video that got like 40,000 views talking about this, and then maybe some others that started to say this, that started to talk to them on Twitter. So I'm thankful to you guys for doing that, because once we created the video and once we started talking about it, people started reaching out to them on Twitter and started saying, hey, what's going on with this? Can you change this? Because they should be ranked up here. And it got changed. And that was within like 2 days. So thank you guys. But anyways, the points that we want to make here and where we're at is we're up 6% today. But that's not what we want to look at. These parts are what we want to look at. The volume is at 3.7 billion. 3.7 billion right now, and we're seeing market cap of 3.1 billion. Insane to see that growth, because one, I only thought the market cap would get up to about a billion, 2 billion, especially before the burn tax. But then while the burn tax was implemented, while the supply was decreasing, while we were getting back to normal when it comes to use cases and utility, that's when I thought the market cap would start to increase. But if you see here, the volume, 3.7 billion, almost at $4 billion worth of volume. That's absolutely insane. And that's basically where I said we would be, is that while the burn tax was implemented, we would see, $3 billion worth of volume. Imagine if we see 1 to 2 billion. Imagine if we see 3 billion. Other people were like, no, that's not going to happen. We're not going to see $3 billion worth of volume. Volume's going to go down. Volume's not going to increase and all of that. So we're already seeing this. So I can't wait to see what the volume is as the burn tax is implemented, because even if it's people are selling off, you're seeing more volume by dollar figures that are going through because of the fact that the prices are higher. People made money from this and they're taking their profit. So we'll take it either way. And you'll see the price go lower. So with that being said, let's go into Excel spreadsheet. Now it's not anything crazy. I didn't create anything big. Maybe I should create something bigger so that it actually looks more legit than just numbers on a screen. Um, but here we go. And here we go here. Like this is what I had before talking about $3 billion and saying that it would get to it. And people were like, no, it's not gonna get to $3 billion. You're not gonna see $3 billion in market cap. That's how they sounded too. You're not gonna see $3 billion market cap. Yeah. And I was like, what are you doing? Like what first of all, what's that voice? Who are you? Anyways, if we look at this and let's talk about something more aggressive, right? We know that we are at $3 billion, right? If we see $3 billion worth of a market cap, right, $3 billion or $4 billion, we're gonna see that's 300 million. $3 billion is 36 million at a current price. Let's say if it's at 0.0005, we would be able to burn off 72 billion per day, which would be 2.6 or 2.16 trillion in a month in 30 days. But just imagine when we start seeing even more hype, even more FOMOing, things that are worse than the situation to where we saw ApeCoin at 10 billion dollars, and we can see that at $10 billion, $9.5 billion maybe per day. That would be freaking phenomenal. 9.5 billion. Is that where we're seeing that? 9.5 billion, or is that 9.5 trillion? No, what 9 point? So that's million. No, we need to go back one. I don't know what I'm doing. So 9.5 billion, we would see 114 million that we have here at this level of 0.0005, whether we're seeing 50% buys, 50% sells, or whatever. We can see this burn off the entire supply in 1 month. In 30 days, burning off the entire supply. And not to mention, if we start, where we are starting, we're looking at a level to where, let's actually go back and keep that at 5. We're actually looking at a level to where we might see 31 days, which would be the max supply that we have, or even over the 6.9 trillion that we have in the total supply. So if you see me say 7 trillion, burning off 7 trillion or 6.9 trillion in a matter of 30 days, this is the reason why. You can find a way to burn off that in 30 to 31 days. So let's just say it's 30 days, 6.84 trillion that you have there. Yeah, something's not right here. I just changed that to 3 days and not 30. 6.84 trillion there. And I'm excited about that. Now, also, let's say you don't see that much. Let's say you just see $4 billion in volume per day. And what you're seeing is it's starting to sell off as the burn tax gets implemented. And now it gets down to 0.000, maybe 3 or 4. Let's go 4. Yeah, 4. We could see 120 billion, which would be 3.6 in 1 month. Or you can see that even lower depending on what the sell-off is. And you could see 4.8 trillion. So there's so many variables, and I want to make this known before someone gets ridiculous by just saying, oh, well, this is not going to happen. This is unrealistic. I mean, to tell you the truth, the growth that we have seen is sort of unrealistic. People saying they can get a 500% gain or 1,000% gain or a 37,000% gain is a little ridiculous for a lot of people. So if we could see that, we definitely could see something like this. So let's say I just want to let you guys know that there are so many variables. So the variables include the price point, whatever the price point is, right? If we're multiplying it by 0.0005 or 0.001, whatever it ends up being, if we see the price at a lower point or a higher point, that really tells us how much we will burn, as well as how much the volume is. Is the volume going to be 4 billion? Is the volume going to be 1 billion? Is the volume going to be 10 billion? We don't know. But also, I guess another variable would be how many CEXs are included in that volume in the 1.2%. Because if we have Binance, we have KuCoin, we have Gate.io, and we have others that add up to about 60 or 70% of the volume, and we see 4 billion. Let's say 4 billion um, multiplied by the 60%. Well, now we're looking at less that we end up burning off. So 2.4 billion, which would be $28.8 million, or 96 billion coins at 2.8 trillion per month. So there's so many variables we can't actually say how long it will take, but just know that the timeline could also shrink. So while I said 63 days before, now we're looking at 30 days. Like, it just depends. It really depends. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about it. I'm sure I'm going to get some reactions. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of those links down below. It does help out the channel. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.